Hello guys! Finally time for part 2 of the beginner series, and today we're gonna go over the wish list because that has changed a bit since the last time I did one. I think it was 2 months ago, and I really want to focus on what is good for the start the story this time and not only for the current season, even though a lot of this will be based on what is current season as well and what's been performing really good. But if you follow this list, you will have a good team overall, and you will be way ahead of everyone else that doesn't check out videos like this. Just to get credit straight away, this is taken from analytica.gg, and if you want to go to... And if you want to join the Discord, it's discord.gg/analytica, and I will link the resources down in the comments. But once again, thanks to them for letting me use their content and their build stuff. So let's start with the big up here. So these heroes you can see here: Rowan, Brutus, Ludovic, Aaron, Nora. You want to get one copy of. Here is some liberty where you can begin to choose straight away, but you could either get one copy of Aaron or you put him in your wish list down. But I will continue that discussion once we come to Weilers. But up here is heroes you want to get one copy of because they are really useful. Rowan, really good with the healing and giving energy. Brutus, really good tank in the beginning, because once he gets that first fatal blow, he will become immune. And if you have healers, they can heal him back up, so you have it like an additional life. And then we have Ludovic, really strong Graveborn healer even at one copy. We have Aaron, who has a huge ultimate where he pulls all heroes together, so it's really good there as well. Then we have Nora, who is new for this. When the fight starts, she pulls a hero from the enemy side, and you can target who you want to if they are in a symmetrical position. Otherwise, she just targets the closest enemy to that symmetrical position. But let's start out with Lightbearers. And this might look a bit odd right now, but that's because Sonya isn't out in the normal banner yet. But as soon as she is in the normal banner, you want to replace Vala, putting Sonya instead. But Sonya is a really good buffer, and if you go her, you don't need to go Rainier later on. And we will get to that part as well, because Rainier is a Hypogean. And we will get to that part later on. And then we're going to Temesia, really good in AFK stages, and actually in some bosses as well in the beginning. Then we have Sinbad, really great hero for the first Primal Lord, who is Lone Gaze. And then we have Corin, who's been really good in this season as well, and was really good in the last season. So that's really good as well. Then we come to the second side of this wish list. So these are the heroes you should replace. The heroes that is on the left side. And I actually see my mistake now, that it should be a Vala here. So I updated it real quickly. So because I noticed my mistake that I removed Vala from here, but I didn't put her here. So first we have, when you get these to S+, either one, you can put in Vala, and then Cassidy, and after that you go for Rowan. And if you complete Sinbad or Corin, you put in Merrily first, and then Lucius, and on. And that's how this wishlist works. Then we come to Mauler. We have Smokey, who is one of the strongest healers and AFK stage pushers in the game. He's really strong when he becomes Mythic Plus and have that special aroma. Ola, also really great at Dream Realms, and Mikola is really good in PvP as well, and some other use cases. And then we have Odie, who is really great. You want to get him to Supreme Plus as soon as you can. You want to buy copies in the in-store as well. He's really good at every stage in the game. And then we have Coco, really good early on support hero and really good in the later game as well. Uses that damage reduction to protect the team and also gives shields higher up. And then we come to the S tiers. as soon as you finish Smokey or Mikola, you get Shakir on that wish list. After that, you get Alsa. And once you finish either Odie or Coco, you get Kruger or Seth. Then we get into the Wyler. And here we have the best non-celestial or Hypogean unit in the game, Lily May. And she's just a must-have. Get her as soon as you can to S+. You can also get her in the season store. And then we have Tassie. And this is what I started with in the beginning. You could either go Tassie or you go Aaron. But if you put Aaron here, because Aaron is really good in PvP and also in FK stages, but so is Tassie. But either way, if you go Tassie, you have Aaron here as your second priority. And if you go Aaron, you have Tassie as your second priority as soon as you finish one of these. Then we have Arden and Almost, both really good. Arden is really good in battle drills, AFK stages, PvP early on, and same thing goes with Almost. And once you finished these heroes, you either put in Aaron or the Tassie depending on who you want. Then you have Hewitt. And once you're finished with Arden and Almost, you go either Dayton or Lenya. And after that, we actually have some different priority as well. After those, you can go Parissa and Laika. Biggest reason why there is nothing else on these heroes is because, or over here, is because the rest of the A tiers aren't used that much. So don't overthink it. And once you get to that stage where you have multiple A tiers and so on at S+, you will know everything. Or not everything, but you will know a lot more about the game. So don't worry about that. Then we get down to Graveborn. There we have Thoran and Carolina. Really solid heroes. And you could put in Nara here instead of Carolina until you get that one copy. Remember we talked about it. We need to get one copy of all these heroes. Replace Carolina here. Because you really want Thoran. Because he's a really good tank early on. And also used in PvP. He's used in basically everything in the beginning. And here we have Sylvina and Neru. And if you want to go Viperion instead of Neru, that's fine. But Sylvina is like the most used A tier of the Graveborn. But their A tiers aren't used that much, sadly, because they aren't that great compared to like Maulers or Lightbearers for that matter. And once you finish Thoran or Carolina, both Thoran and Carolina, you can stop at Mythic Plus and swap them out for Ludovic, and then for Nara once 8. And for the 8 tiers, you can, depending on who you went here, you just pick the other one. And then we have some store-bought heroes. And one of the highest priority I would do here is either Ewin or Rowan as of now. And you don't have to think a lot about this. Don't go and just get copies of these straight away. Because in Arena, when you get higher rank, you will get access to Cele crystals. So don't spend all your Arena coins on hero copies straight away. Because you will be able to get Cele crystals with those Arena coins as well. And then we come down to the epic recruitment and the priority here. So Lily May, absolutely a must-have to S+, so with Smokey and Tassie. But as soon as you finish one of them, you just go one step down. And you start going for that Mikola. I wouldn't go Rowan before I went Shakir. Because Shakir is really popping off and becoming really strong lately. Because there's a lot of melee units and buffers like Mikola who have made him really strong. So my order would be all the ones on top. And once you finish one of them, go for Mikola. And when you finish the next one, put in Shakir. That's fine. And once you finish one of them, I would probably go either Alsa or Ludovic, because they are really strong. But it also kind of depends on how the next season look, and if you're starting out right now and you're watching this video, you probably will be done with all of these heroes up here, and maybe Mikola and Shakir when the new season comes out, unless you have an insane RNG. But then you can just drop a comment down below or go into the Analytica Discord as well and ask people in there who you should go for, because they are really useful, and you can just screenshot your account and be like, hey, this is my account, this is how it's looking, what's the next step my account. But that's it for the wish list itself. We're gonna now jump into the next part of the discussion, which is
time for you to feel the pain.
Celestials, or Hypogeans for that matter. So Freyasto is the strongest one you can go now in the start story. I don't think you will regret going Freyasto first and just see how it goes. Or if you want to save up for the next season for the upcoming Celestial or Hypogeans, you could do that as well. But I promise you, you won't regret growing Freyasto early on. He have helped me a lot on this account, for example. And I have had really good RNG on getting him. But he's just a really good hero overall. Becomes really tanky because he have an illusion as well. He buffs allies as well. He has his poison that deals decent amount of damage on bosses, especially in Endless, because it has max HP scaling. And then it becomes even tankier when you get him to Legendary Plus and lock his hero's focus, and also gains more energy, so he's using his abilities quicker. And at Mythic Plus, it increases his skill damage and so on, and you can also summon a new illusion, but then you need him at Supreme, so you can get him to that plus 15. But I think you can get him to Mythic Plus and stop there, and then see where your account is and how it's going. Maybe you will high roll like crazy, you will get him really... Who knows? But that's the end of this wishlist. I hope it really helped you out, and if you have any thoughts about it, or you want a more opinion based on how your account is looking and how you should improve, make sure to jump into that Analytica Discord and they can help you out. Or jump into my Discord, and we have a lot of helpful people in there as well. But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.